पीपल, आज हम एक ऐसे इंसान के साथ बैठे हुए हैं जो कि ना ही एक बेहतरीन एक्टर हैं बल्कि एक बहुत ही प्यारी ह्यूमन बीइंग और सबसे अमेजिंग बात एक बहुत वेल रेड और कंपैशनेट कैरेक्टर हैं. मीट मानवी गागरू. मानवी, लेट मी बिगिन विद कांग्रेचुलेटिंग यू फॉर द फिल्म फेयर.
थैंक यू.
और चंचल तो मतलब रॉक स्टार एवरीवेयर. बाय द वे, मैं आपको ये बस ज़रूर बताना चाहूँगा कि हमारा और एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑडियंसेस वी लव यू फॉर श्रेया. I mean, everyone wanted to have Shreya in their life. भाई कोई क्रेडिट कार्ड दे दे लाइफ में. So मानवी, how is life? क्या चल रहा है?
Good. ये सब चल रहा है, शूट वगैरह. या काम चल रहा है. 24 has been like so far very good.
बहुत busy.
काफी busy.
तो क्या क्या नए प्रोजेक्ट्स?
नहीं, प्रोजेक्ट वाइज नहीं. मैं अभी एक्चुअली आई एम डूइंग दिस योगा कोर्स. लाइक आई एम लर्निंग योगा प्रॉपर. सो इट्स लाइक अ 1 month लॉन्ग कोर्स, मंडे टू सैटरडे थ्रू द डे. लाइक पूरा दिन जाता है उसमें. या सो एंड संडेज आर द ओनली डेज फ्री एंड दैट्स व्हाई व्हाटएवर वर्क और मीटिंग्स और व्हाटएवर आई एम डूइंग इट्स ऑन संडे या वीकडे पे 7 बजे के बाद.
वाओ, दैट्स लाइक एकदम टाइट.
एकदम टाइट यार, एकदम टाइट.
Wow. So
like my clothes, right?
So let's dive into what you've been reading, let's say.
What have I been reading? So there are, मेरा वो चलता है कि वैसे एक टाइम पे 2-3 बुक्स चल रही होती हैं. So one is tomorrow which I'm reading, which is a fiction book about like the tagline is that this book is about love but it's not a love story.
Okay.
So तो वही है. I think that defines it the best. It's about 2 friends and like how much they love each other, but there's nothing romantic as such.
The platonic bit of it.
It's platonic, but more, like so much more than just that. Then I'm reading this book called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, which is also a fantastic book. It's about therapy. It's about this woman who's a therapist and वो खुद therapy ले रही है. Like she's going to a therapist and then her journey with her clients and then her own therapist and like how that kind of works for her. Yeah, that's also really fun. Then I'm reading this book called Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory, which is by the writers of BoJack. And वो भी काफ़ी funny है. It's different chapters, different stories. So you can, that's why वो मेरी वैसी वाली book है. Like I just pick up कहीं से भी, and I read one chapter or whatever. That's also very nice, very absurd, but very feel good and stuff. And एक अभी चौथी बुक चल रही है which is called Fury, जो अभी Feb में आने वाली है actually. But because I'm going to be doing this live interaction with the author sometime in Feb, so I have to read the book before that.
Of course.
So yeah.
Guys, आप सब ने नोट डाउन कर लिया है ना क्या क्या बुक्स हैं? Because
all fiction, all most of them.
So I will dive back to this therapist book and I will take a connection to you being a psychology student.
Yes.
तो लेट मी जस्ट आस्क यू, कैसा लगता है पढ़ा लिखा होके एक्टर बनना?
बहुत मजा आता है. आई थिंक सबको मतलब पढ़ा लिखा तो होना ही चाहिए.
पर क्यों आज की डेट एंड एज में जब इंस्टाग्राम या बेसिकली एनी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म यू कैन जस्ट पिक अप योर फोन विद
every information is a button away.
And you don't need to have in depth knowledge for anything. So why do you think कि पढ़ा लिखा होना जरूरी है?
So couple of things. एक तो मुझे लगता है कि in depth knowledge जरूरी है. That you can't just have, because okay, I might have learned something and then either it's not even about actually having studied but having that attitude of a student. That is I think most important. तो अगर मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे इस टॉपिक के बारे में पता है and then you give me something which I don't know, I should be open to it and be like, oh yeah, I didn't know this, and be interested in it and whatever, absorb that. But अगर वो भी नहीं है, आपको लग रहा है कि बस मैंने सब समझ लिया, then that's a problem. That's number one. Number two, I think it's more than for education. What I feel is that more than you actually being able to use it in your life, it's about the confidence that it gives you and the personality development that it shapes. Because it's like वो कहते हैं ना, जैसे एग्जाम में अगर पढ़ने जाओ, एग्जाम से you may never get something which you've studied, but you feel so prepared that when you've studied well for an exam, you feel so prepared कि ले आओ कुछ भी ले आओ मैं, and then you're able to do well, even if none of the questions are from what you studied.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, in fact, like quizzing, we were discussing earlier. So this used to happen with quizzing a lot. Like, and I kind of was reminded of this during that time because I used to like sit and study for quizzing, and I used to be like, क्या पढ़ूँ यार? It's like it's general quizzing, like it can be anything. So, but I used to like obviously gravitate towards topics of my interest or topics that I was interested in but felt like I should kind of brush it up or learn more. तो वो पढ़ते हुए मुझे लगा यार इससे then I realized कि हाँ actually it may not ever come from any of these topics, but I'll be so prepared when I go there. I'll be so confident that even questions that I might not know otherwise, I'll be able to deduce somehow, you know.
It makes your spine a little bit more.
Without getting nervous and feel like अरे मुझे नहीं आता, and you know then give up. Yeah
man.
So
nice. It is a very important thing कि आप पढ़ाई लिखाई करो guys. ठीक है, सिर्फ फेम के पीछे मत भागो.
yeah.
और and yes, so does it help you mingling with other people because of your studies, your psychological background? Are you always gauging people, or are you not judging, gauging? You know,
judging also.
तो you know कि यार ये अच्छा ये कर रहा है, ओ ये कर रहा है, मतलब. So do you do that always?
You know, so I don't know whether it's because I have a psychology degree and that's why I do this. Yeah, because I was always like this, that I got attracted to psychology. I don't know that because I've always, like my mom always had this complaint from me कि तुम बहुत analyze करती हो. And I'm like, you say it like it's a bad thing, like it's a good thing, right? If I'm like analyzing it and I'm applying my knowledge to something, and mom would be like, no, over analyze करती हो or whatever, which obviously isn't good, and overthinking is not good. We know now.
Yes.
But हाँ, तो मुझे लगता है कि I've always been drawn towards human behavior. That was something that I always wanted to study somehow or the other, and then I was like, okay, what is a field of study that allows that? And I was like, oh, psychology, and that's how I got into psychology. Even I think if you think about acting, that's also that only, right? Like
exactly.
You're dealing with characters and people and different situations, and so it
helps, right?
I don't know if it helps, but again, it's that thing of you feel like, I'll be able to understand whatever it is.
Nice.
You know, I'll find a way to understand.
एक अलग command feel होता है.
Yeah.
Right? कि हाँ आन दो.
There's a certain sense of okay, but then it's also sometimes problematic because I ask 10,000 questions to my director, but I'm like, नहीं, but you know, but ये है, पर वो है, and all of that. Like in tripling, for example, like Sumit really makes a lot of fun of me for this because तो जब so there's a birth order theory in psychology which I believe in.
Okay.
तो जैसे हम जब tripling भी कर रहे थे ना, तो later once we finished shooting, I was telling these guys, I'm like, क्या लिखा है यार तुम लोगों ने? Like if you notice, Sumit's character Chandan is a typical type A firstborn child. Chanchal is a typical middle child, and you know, and Chitwan is a typical younger sibling, and you know, they're so similar and they're so this and that. They're like, यार इतना तो हमने भी नहीं सोचा जब हम लिख रहे थे. And I was like, but see, you did it somehow without knowing it. So आ जाती है psychology acting में तो automatically.
Nice. Tripling you've mentioned, which gives me a new segue. By the way, मुझे ये जानना है कि आप इतने सारे different crews के साथ काम करते हैं. Let's say TVF में Pictures का एक gang है and Tripling का एक gang है, and then
Pictures 2 also.
Pictures, I mean, amazing that was. And then again, there is Siddhi Piddi gang, right?
Yeah.
When are we seeing Siddhi Piddi again, by the way?
We don't know. I also don't know.
सब लोग comments में लिखो कि जल्दी we need Siddhi Piddi, okay? तो so क्या ये सारे अलग-अलग group of friends बनते जाते हैं? And how do you, like जब आप इनके साथ काम कर रहे हो तब आप इन्हीं के साथ friendship रख पा रहे हो या बाकी सब लोगों के साथ कैसे handle होता है? How do you manage that?
No, so that's another one of my favorite things about our field.
Okay.
That every set you do, every project you do is a completely different world. Okay, they're different people. You might have some common people from before, but 99% are all new people. Every set is different in the sense that the style of working, the culture, everything, the mood, the energy, everything is different. And for those few whatever weeks or months, they are your world, right?
Yeah.
You're meeting them every day, and आपको बहुत, and especially if you're on an outdoor shoot outside Bombay, then you're even after shoot you're chilling with them. I mean, you know what they wear at night to sleep, to bed. You know whether they brush in the morning or before sleeping. I mean, you know enough about them, and just when things, there's also familiarity breeds contempt, right? So just when things can go, when you become that close where लड़ाइयाँ होने लगती है तब शो खत्म हो जाता है या मूवी खत्म हो जाती है. So it's perfect, you know. Then it all ends on a very cordial, nice, happy note. And उसमें से every project you pick up 2-3 people जिनसे आप you want to continue being in touch with, or you know, friends who keep getting added to your
core list and all, right?
Yeah.
Adding to your karma. Congratulations on your wedding.
Yes, thank you.
And you have married a fellow actor / brilliant genius guy. So
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, it gives me a lot of hope कि हाँ अभी दुनिया कायम है, ठीक है? Because brain meets brain meets beauty. It's an amazing combination to have.
सारी मेरी दुनिया का बोझ मैंने ही उठाया.
So how is it? Has anything changed?
No, so we were living together before we got married. So nothing has changed since then. But yeah, I recommend it to people. अभी तो हमें 1 साल भी नहीं हुआ यार, अभी होने वाला है sometime.
बहुत प्यारा. Touch wood है भाई.
Yeah.
और yeah. So हाँ right. तो वो जो खाने के वीडियोस आते हैं.
हाँ, उसके बारे में.
Yeah. So are you the director?
Not. I think only one of them I might have shot. So हमारी बहुत लड़ाई होती है उस चीज़ में. एक तो because our tastes are very different when it comes to food especially. Because like he's very very desi in his food habits. He loves rice and mutton curry, and he wants to go to places which are very authentic and you know which they're not very frilly or fancy or whatever. और मेरा एकदम उल्टा है. I like cuisine which is, I like trying different things, different palettes, and you know, like I want to go to a fancy, not fancy.
Yeah.
I want like I
new
go
experiences.
For the vibe. I always go for vibe.
Okay.
Like I want a restaurant with a good vibe, and he likes a restaurant with good food. I'm okay with decent, average food but great vibe. But his is like the opposite. He wants great food,
no matter.
And vibe can be whatever.
Whatever it can be. I mean, that is very evident.
So a lot of times we would end up fighting over this, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to do quick bites separately only. अपना करते हैं, like we decide
right.
to do.
So you're fighting say, I think I have seen a lot of you fighting for a very brilliant cause, which I would like to bring into the topic, which is feminism.
Yes.
And I would like to know कि इतने टाइम में जैसे आपने पहले कुछ सालों पहले जब इस पे खुल के बात करी थी, आज क्या लोग बदल गए हैं? क्या आपके आसपास के लोग बदल गए हैं?
मतलब
क्या अब वो ज़्यादा फेमिनिज्म को समझ पा रहे हैं? Do they have basic understanding of what feminism is according to you?
No, in fact, on the contrary, like no, there are of course like there are a lot of people who are feminist and you know and men, women both. But I still feel there's just so much misconception around it, and like I've fought with, forget men, I've fought with so many women because they shy away from calling themselves feminists. Okay, then they'll be like, just don't call me a feminist, or no, I'm not a feminist type person, or whatever. And I'm like, but you are. Your life choices are feminist in nature. So how can you say? They're like, no. You know, I don't know what notion they have.
Is it they have stigma with that word?
I don't know. And even if they do, I don't know what it is, why they have it. It's really, like, I find it very odd.
For the audience, what is feminism according to you?
It's equality. It's literally equal rights for all. Like, for men, women. Of course, when it started, that time they were fighting because the women didn't have equal rights. So it looked like it was a fight for women alone. But it's actually... Tomorrow, if, for example, 5 years, 10 years from now, if men don't have those rights and women enjoy certain rights, then the feminism will be about fight for men, you know, but it will still be called feminism. Maybe had the term been invented for men or whatever at the time, then maybe it will be called something else. But क्योंकि नाम पड़ गया तो लोगों को लगता है it's a men hating, like feminists hate men.
Yeah. For a very long period of time, मेरे आसपास के लोग ये मानते थे कि feminist होना मतलब मर्दों से चिढ़ना.
Yeah, they hate men and they, you know, misandry or whatever, all of that.
And then and then there came those dating app bios, I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nay, you are not. You're not at all.
Yeah.
So, and I would like to pick your brain more there. So, what can today's person, let's say, what can I do to be more aware about the topic?
No, my only thing is it's not even about knowledge. It's like you said, it's awareness, right? About your own actions and words and thoughts even. And I think one very good way to kind of understand anything or any action is to see how you would feel if that was done to you. It's just as simple as that.
Okay.
So like a lot of my guy friends who when I'm trying to explain consent to them and and I'm trying to tell them, like this happened with me. I was in a bar and I was alone and I was waiting for a friend, and this guy came and he said, oh, can I buy you a drink? And I was like, no, I'm actually waiting for someone. And he's like, oh, okay. And he backed off. And I was very surprised. I'm like, अरे India में मतलब ना बोलने पे चला जगह. That's
no is accepted now.
Yeah, like that's beautiful. I'm so glad. Then another guy came and he was and he just wouldn't go. Like वो खड़ा होके बात कर रहा है, this that. Till I told him that, listen, I'm waiting for my boyfriend. Then he left. Why do I have to say boyfriend?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I was waiting for a girlfriend, like female friend of mine. So, but for him, I mean, if I had said I'm waiting for a female friend, वो नहीं जाता है. उसको लगता है अरे चलो दो लड़के हैं, now I will flirt with both of them or whatever, hit on both of them. I mean, I don't know, that never happened, but I'm judging. But I had to say लड़का है only then. Now imagine the same. If you are in a gay club and a guy comes and hits on you and you say no and he keeps hitting on you, what would your reaction be? You would get pissed off, right? Or you'll be irritated or be like, what the hell? So just that, it's that simple, honestly. So
buddy, if you're watching this, she remembers. Okay.
I don't think he watches.
जो भी ये देख रहा है, remember no मंजे no. Okay. All right. So मैं बस आपको ये बार-बार बताना चाह रहा हूँ और मैं रोक रहा हूँ अपने आप को कि मुझे आप बहुत प्यारी लगती हैं और मुझे आपका काम बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है. मैंने किल दिल में आपको देखा था और मुझे पता नहीं था कि वो आप. नाइस, गुड. और मैंने मुझे शुभ मंगल सावधान में आप कितनी प्यारी लग रही हैं. I was like बहुत ज़्यादा. And
उजड़ा चमन यार, मुझे इतनी, have you watched it?
Yes.
देखो इतनी underrated film लगती है.
It is, but हमें
because I feel मतलब and it was one of those films that मैंने ना एकदम ऐसे मतलब I just did it on a whim and I said चलो यार करते हैं. I remember it was a very busy year for me and there were 2 months that were खाली and I said हाँ perfect, ये आ गया, चलो करते हैं this and that. And then when I really had a good time while shooting, but when I saw the film also, I said, hey, it's not bad, yeah. It's quite nice.
It's a very nice, breezy kind of.
I never allowed myself to think of it that way till I saw the film, and I was like, अरे तो बहुत प्यारी film है.
हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा. And I've loved your work all throughout your journey, and I'm waiting for a lot more.
Half length, half arranged.
देखा मैंने, मेरे को बैठा के दिखाया गया है. I was someone I was around with was watching it and they're like, अरे बैठो भैया बैठो, ऐसे नहीं है. अरे, and you would not believe, while it was on, I got the call and I got to know that I'm interviewing you, and I was like, I have a video where I'm dancing. So
I have to see that video.
No.
I add it to this interview.
Now I would come back to the basics. कि आपको आज shoot में कैसा लगा? How was it? आप को डोर मैगजीन के साथ काम करके कैसा लग रहा है या क्या what is your feel today?
No, so I was very excited about the shoot because actually technically मेरा पहला shoot है of 2024 shoot मतलब उससे भी कुछ बाकी सब किया है, but ऐसा shoot वाला ऐसा ready होके आओ और makeup करो and all of that, and also I was very excited about the fact that I've had 2 busy weeks and the one day I had free उसमें भी काम आ गया and I was like that's the life I always wanted and I worked for and stuff. So but unfortunately मेरी सुबह तबीयत खराब हो गई थी and maybe because of all of this only, but and my सुबह I came and I was not in the best of moods and all of that, but I think then once we started shooting and everything, we had a good time.
अभी jive मस्त है ना? अभी आप मस्त हैं.
Vibe सही है. Vibe.
इसी vibe के साथ क्या आप हमारे फॉलोअर्स को या ये वीडियो देखने वालों को ये बता सकते हैं कि आप वो हमें लाइक भी करें, सब्सक्राइब भी करें और शेयर भी करें?
क्या बोलूं?
कि डोर मैगजीन को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें.
Guys, please like, subscribe and comment on the Door magazine and share it with your friends.
Please do.
And enemies.
Perfect.
I think we should bring in like the door. We should be like, shut the door
Yes.
on misogyny.
All right. Thank you so much, Maanvi. It was
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank
It was
you.
amazing.